I bring you greetings this morning, July the 14th, 2021. And we're going to be discussing Luke chapter 22, verses 35 to 38, which is when Jesus tells his disciples to sword up. 35 says, "And he said unto them, When I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lacked ye anything? And they said, Nothing." 36. Then said he unto them, But now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip, and he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. For I say unto you that this that is written must yet be accomplished in me. And he that reckoned among the transgressors, for things concerning me have an ear. 38. And they said, Lord, behold, here are 2 swords. And he said unto them, It is enough. We're speaking on the fact that Jesus was giving instruction for his disciples to sword up. And he said 2 swords was enough. But he also said that they needed their swords for protection. He didn't need the sword for protection because he knew what he came to do. But they didn't have the same situation as him. They didn't come to do what he came to do. And he was concerned about them and making sure that they were safe and making sure that they would be taken care of, and they knew and had what they need to take care of themselves. And sometimes we fail to realize that we can look at somebody else and we don't see their situation through our eyes, or our situation is not the same, so they don't need the same thing as other people may need. Jesus knew he came to give his life. That was his purpose. That was his goal. That was his intent. So therefore, he didn't need no sword, because he wasn't worried about them touching him until his appointed time. No matter what, until his appointed time. And even when they did come and the disciple had the sword, and he cut one of the ears off of one of the ones that was he thought was coming against Jesus, what happened? Jesus put it up there and told him to put it back. That wasn't what it was meant and used for. We have a lot of people that are using things in ways and means that is not supposed to be used, and a lot of ways in which they're taking advantage of people, things, and other ways or means in the name of getting what they want, so their light can shine, while putting somebody else's light out. So they think. But just in this same situation, what did Jesus tell the disciple? And Jesus went back and put his hand on the person's ear with the ear came off and put it back where it's supposed to be. Now, we think, honestly, that God is not going to do the same thing for the evil that people have done and doing to other people and think they're getting away with it. There is a day of judgment. There is a day of judgment, and not all judgment comes when you deceased either. Some people think you're going to have to die and stand before God before you receive some of the judgment that you're going to receive. That man did not get his ear put back on after he died and came back. Jesus, with his anointing, the anointing that he came for, the purpose that he came with, the thought and power that he had with him, through and by God, those things that was, the ear that was cut off was restored. God is restoring his people in this season. In this season, God is restoring his people. People have stolen, they have taken from you. Some things you don't even know. Some things you would never know until God give it back. And this is God's restoration season. This is restoration. Just like that young man's ear was placed back on him, even though he was there to do something that he wasn't supposed to do. It wasn't his time, and it wasn't the disciples' time to do what he did. So those that have been doing things that you know was not in your time, some people have robbed people of their glory. Some people have robbed people of their destiny. Robbed people of their destiny. Robbed people of their identity. Robbed people of things that people don't even realize that they robbed them of. And matter of fact, some of them had the nerve to stare in your face and laugh and pretend like they love you after they did it. to make sure that they receive what you were supposed to receive, but instead of you receiving it, they received it, or they sold it to somebody else and the other person received it, and you received the bad end of it, of the results for that person's life. And better yet, they say they love you. And some people don't even say they love you. They know they hate you. Know they hate you. And some people just want what they want. Some people will sell your life for money. They'll sell your life for gain. They'll sell your life to make their life better. And better yet, they still call that God. Say they love the Lord. They don't hate you. And we fail to realize that sometimes we look at folks going to the left when we should be looking at them and seeing exactly what they're doing because it's not right. And we call them evil good. Oh, she got blessed with this, or he got blessed with that. They manipulating, controlling, and stripping other people of what they supposed to have in the name of so their own can have. And then get up in your face and gloat about what they got, knowing it's yours all the time. But they stole it. You just don't know they stole it. They're using your identity. You just don't know they're using your identity. They done stole your destiny, the life you supposed to be living. They done exchanged your destiny and giving you some destiny that ain't worth nothing. You living poor, ain't got no more. You supposed to be the one that had. And the good bad part about it is some of them will come to you and give you a portion of what's supposed to be yours already. And just because they give you $25 or $30 every now and then, just to keep the little curse of the covenant they got going, because you fail to realize you thinking they doing you a favor, putting a little something in your hand. They cursing you even more to make sure that you stay in that situation or circumstance. Because you don't realize that they meaning you ill will behind it. But it feel like it's a good thing when it come to you and you already broken, you ain't got nothing. They give you somewhere to go when you ain't got nowhere to live when they kick you out. Get you in a situation, rob you of your finances and got to come in their way instead of yours, where it's supposed to be. And then they come and give you what they want you to have and call it a blessing from God, and you should be glad they doing it. Glad they did it. But again, just like in Luke 22, verses 35 through 38, some people say that God is about love, but God is about business also. He's about business also. Jesus told them disciples to arm up. He told them to sword up. Sell your garment and buy you a sword. He knew that people was going to get dirty. He knew that things was going to happen. And he knew that his purpose was there to do what he's supposed to come to do. But that was not their purpose. They was going to need protection. They was going to need what he wasn't going to need.